Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your reading. If you're new to the channel, I do timeless readings, which means that whenever you find this video is when you're meant to hear the messages within it. And in case you subscribe, I upload my new videos for Gemini and Sagittarius on Wednesdays. Also, I do want to give you guys a heads up and say that I am fighting off a cold right now, so I apologize ahead of time if my voice sounds a little bit funny or if I have some slight coughing. I'll try my best to just keep it to a minimum, but like I was saying, in case you subscribe, I upload my new videos for Sagittarius and Gemini on Wednesdays, and the tarot deck that I'm using today is called Tarot de Marseille. And as always, if you guys are interested in a personal reading, the link is in the description below. I do try to always flip these cards over when they flip in the deck, because the way that these cards are sort of bent, it makes it difficult to shuffle. But I do want to say really quickly that if you guys enjoy the reading, the best way to let me know is by leaving a like or a comment. But your overall energy here is the Ace of Cups, which is very exciting news, Sagittarius. I feel like you guys are seeing some kind of success in love now. I feel like you guys are really seeing a new powerful beginning. And it's very interesting to me because I see the Ace of Cups, which is a powerful new beginning. I see the Four of Wands, which is commitment. And I see the Three of Cups, which is reunions. So I'm seeing a lot of positive energy, but then I'm seeing the Two of Cups in reverse. So let's explore your reading a little bit more deeply so we can get a little bit more context on that. But for sure, right now, I'm getting that you guys are seeing some kind of a new beginning in love. I feel like things are going to feel a lot more fresh, a lot more lively right now. Which, if I know anything about Sagittarius, that's good news. Because you guys are prone to boredom. You know, there's nothing worse than a bored Sagittarius. But I'm certainly getting that, especially right now, you guys are getting out a lot. Because, sorry that I keep sort of like shuffling around the cards, but with this Three of Cups, you guys are really getting out there and really having fun, really just like, I'm getting like trying out the new restaurant a block away or whatever. Like you just are hopping on your bike or maybe even walking and trying out a new restaurant, or going to a new bookstore, or just something exciting with some friends, right? Even if it's something like simple, like going out for a drink or whatever, I'm getting you guys are having some fun with this reunion here. And with this Queen of Pentacles here, I'm getting that you guys are really living up like royalty. And I feel like it's a nice change of pace because, you know, money can be strapped sometimes. But now for sure, I'm getting that you guys are seeing this sense of abundance. Like money is coming to you easily, and I feel like you're very much enjoying it. And if money hasn't come to you yet, that may very well be what this new beginning is. And you're probably going to start seeing a lot more money coming in right now. And I feel like that's really good because you guys have a very practical head on your shoulders, right? And I'm looking even further ahead, and you have the King of Pentacles as well to match the Queen of Pentacles, right? And you know, regardless of whether or not you're the male or the female or whatever gender identity or whatever energy, like these two are counterparts, right? It means nothing more that they are partners. They are like halves. They're energies that match each other on a vibrational level. And when you see both the King and the Queen of a suit, you know that there's some strong soulmate energy going on. So it's very interesting. I feel like the issue here is that you might be dealing with somebody who is your soulmate, but you might not be 100% sure. Or you don't know yet. I'm getting for sure like... Because I'm getting an interesting interpretation here with this Two of Cups. Because the Two of Cups usually means love, soulmate, right? So I feel like what it is is you're meeting someone who is a friend, not romantically, strictly platonically. This is for half of you, you know, this is option A for some of you, is that you're either meeting someone new or you're meeting up with someone from your past that gets you, you know, like this is a soul brother or a soul sister, someone who really gets you and really is your friend, to like the closest, like a brother, right? And that's why you have this like matching energy here, and like you just kind of get each other and get your jokes, and then that's why you have this reunion. You guys are going out and really enjoying while this person is like in town or whatever, or like while you're talking again. And I feel like since you've talked to this person, you've learned a little bit more about your spirituality and a little bit more about like this tarot stuff. So as a result, you've really sort of started to understand like, hey, I can have these like really deep friendship connections. It doesn't have to be romantically, but now you know what it is. And I feel like that's what this moon card is telling us. And then I feel like for option number 2 is you may be like in a relationship or in some kind of a commitment that is romantic. And maybe you like just kind of like start dating or whatever. And now you're like realizing, holy crap, this person actually is my soulmate. And like, perhaps this 2 of Cups in reverse was symbolic of how you felt before. Like maybe, because like we all like talk to people and like date people who, you know, it's like, oh, let's have some fun. Let's go keep it casual, light or whatever, just to have fun or whatever. But I feel like it really is becoming a little bit more of that seriousness, because especially since we have the Ace of Wands here. Now, the Ace of Wands, to me, talks about passion. So I feel like there was the possibility that like, oh, this is a passionate connection, right? Like a hot and fiery, hot and heavy kind of connection. Oftentimes when we see the wands, they can mean purely sexual energy, but this is in reverse. And this ace, which is the Ace of Cups, is in the upright. So I feel like, especially for those of you who have entered into a romantic relationship, thinking that it was going to be strictly sexual, thinking that it was going to be like strictly casual, it might be that you're now realizing that there's a little bit more to this connection than you had initially thought. And I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't think like either of you are scared or spooked or whatever. I feel like it's really one of those things where it's like, hey, let's talk about this, and then we can like sort of establish where our boundaries are. And I feel like there's going to be a gentle like conversation, and it's going to work out the best for both of you. Because I feel like you guys are really, really like understanding each other. And it's very interesting because I feel like both of you are very different at the same time, because I'm looking at this king and this queen, and the queen is looking this way and the king is looking this way, right? So I feel like you guys have different careers, different goals, different interests, but when you come together, the chemistry is phenomenal. And I feel like that's why you have sort of this 5 of Cups in reverse and 4 of Cups, or 4 of Wands energy, because the 5 of Cups talks about conflict. It talks about disappointment and frustrations, but it's in reverse. So I feel like perhaps in the past you've been in connections like this, or you've tried the whole like feeling emotions thing and it wasn't really for you, right? You know, I know some Sagittarians that are like that, and that's okay, you know, to each their own. But I feel like you're really feeling like it's safe, because the 5 of Cups in reverse to me is a very safe energy. It's like a safety blanket. And this is looking like something you can really settle down with. And for sure, if this is something that's sounding very like accurate to you, I would sincerely consider sitting down with this person and really having a conversation about like what you're planning to sort of do moving forward or whatever. Because I feel like certainly for a lot of you, there is that heavy soulmate energy. And like I was saying earlier, for some of you, it might just be a friend that's strictly platonic. And this 4 of Wands here can be like a commitment, but not in a romantic way, you know, just like, hey, let's text each other every weekend. And it's like, yeah. Because like sometimes as an adult, it's hard. It's hard to keep up with your friends. And you make sort of that commitment to really like keep up with them and try to be more connected. Or even sort of try to, like, it's very difficult to understand, but I feel like you guys on an energetic level understand what I'm trying to say. I'm looking at the clock right now, and as I'm recording this, it's 12:12, 12:12, and that's the energy of sort of walking up a ladder or like taking a step forward. I feel like that's how you guys are feeling right now. You're sort of developing this connection with this person, and it's a beautiful thing. So that was your reading for Summer around, Sagittarius. I apologize if my voice didn't quite hold up the whole way through, but if you enjoyed, please leave a like or a comment because it's really the best way for me to know if you enjoy the reading, and it really helps out the channel. But like I said before, I upload my new Sagittarius videos on Wednesdays, but in the meantime, you guys are more than welcome to watch any of my other timeless readings that I have up on the channel. And with that being said, I hope to see you guys next time for your next reading. Oh, also, right as I said that, I looked at the timer on the video and it was 11:11. So that's even more synchronicities for you guys. But I'll see you then.